All right, welcome to Truanseez. I'm your host, Cease, and actually, today is doing something a little different. We're obviously outside, got this thing going. Have a special guest. Introduce yourself, man.
Kennedy Hollows, North Orange County. Born in La Habra.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
La Habra head.
yeah. I was
There you
born
go.
in a hospital called Friendly Hills. It ain't there no more. They tore that shit
Yeah,
down.
where was that on Idaho?
I think so. I'm not even too well versed on like where exactly it was.
Yeah,
I just seen the shit on my fucking birth certificate. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
damn, La Habra head.
Yeah, I
That's
was
crazy.
Born in La Habra, but I was
Yeah.
raised in Fullerton.
Okay,
I've lived in Anaheim. I've lived in Boynton Park before, Wooty Woot, but
yeah.
North Orange County, bro.
Nice.
That's what I rep.
I lived in La Habra for 15 years, and then I made the move right next door. You know,
Word.
where here we are.
There you go.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It's chilling. Orange County's been it's been good. It's been good to me.
Yeah.
There's obviously some parts where I kind of have a little bit of resentment, but it is what it is.
That's everybody though. That's
Exactly,
life.
exactly.
I don't think that necessarily even has anything to do with your city. I feel like that's just life.
Life in general, and I mean
Yeah.
just like you said, the county and just the people that surround it.
Yeah.
But it's also been really good to me. Mostly, the culture that I found here with music and the friends.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
you could relate to that.
Yeah, it's funny because most of the people who I make music with, they not from my city. They're from like, my boy Chris Milano. That's like my right hand man.
Yeah, of course.
He's from Whittier, and I met him in Hollywood. We went to engineering school together.
Okay.
Yeah, in 2012. Or
Damn.
was it 2011? I think it was 20. No, it was 2012. So it was.
So you
2012.
guys didn't even go to school together or anything?
Nah, we didn't go to high
Well,
school.
you guys went to engineering
yeah,
school.
Yeah. We went to music school.
Music school, yeah.
Yeah, college. Music college.
And prior to that, you didn't know him at all?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. It's funny too, cause like, it was a 2 year school.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get your associate's degree in recording science and whatnot. And man, I literally just went to go find a producer.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, that was
That was
the
my
plan.
goal at the end.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I didn't care about like being an engineer.
Yeah.
Like the knowledge, it's infinite.
Yeah, of course.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like I know a couple stuff here and there, but
Yeah,
my main objective was like go in there, find a producer, bro, and just build.
yeah, man.
You know?
Because a producer is a vital part. I was thinking about it too. I'm a big fan of hip hop and all that shit too, and I realized that, a lot of these rappers without their producer and engineers, they're just kind of flat. You know what I mean? A lot of them.
Yeah.
But then there's those key factors of like fools that just rap, and then their producer is just like they mesh together and just become who they are.
Yeah.
The legends that they become.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like when you have a producer, or you just have somebody that understands you on a personal level,
Yeah,
I feel like that just transcends in the music itself.
of course. It's
you
like
know?
Kobe and Shaq.
Yeah,
You understand the court.
Exactly. And it's crazy that you said Kobe and Shaq because, Kobe and Shaq, they didn't always like each other.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But they knew they had a job to do.
Yeah.
They had things to accomplish.
And one couldn't get to one position without the other. Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely times where I'll be on my boy Stretch's nerves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
It's funny because
that's my brother, bro.
from what I know about Milano, he's like in the few times that I've hung out with him, he's super reserved,
Super reserved.
quiet. So that's how he is in general.
But it's funny. He's reserved. He's reserved.
He also seems low key funny though. Like
Yeah.
he's just
That
hilarious
motherfucker's
on
a
the low.
comedian. That motherfucker is a comedian, bro. Like,
Yeah.
get a little Henny on the rocks, bro.
There you
know
go.
what I'm saying? You get
Yeah.
loose and get crazy. But nah, he is a super reserved person.
Okay.
I wouldn't call him a recluse, but like, if it's fair to say, like, bruh, it sounds bad, but like he just doesn't like people. And it's not necessarily like, I don't say that to say like, oh, he hates people, but it's
Yeah.
like he just rather be to himself.
I totally get that, man.
know?
Especially as we get older.
I got a lot of homeboys that I consider like brothers, like family.
Of
you know
course,
what I'm saying?
of
I wouldn't really
course.
like. I got friends,
Mm.
and friends are cool, but like I got family.
Yeah.
Like dudes that have rode for me like
Yeah.
when they needed to.
Of
you
course,
and
of
vice
course.
versa. And I think that just comes with time.
Yeah.
Just consistently showing up for your peoples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I also going back to Chris's mentality. It's like I totally get where you know, when you just want to be left alone, or also you just want to cut the bullshit out with people that might waste your time. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's what it is too.
And that's the realest shit ever, man, because we've definitely had people that just like wasted our time and took advantage of us, but just charge it to the game, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Just tally it up. Like
Exactly.
within the music industry, that's just the business
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
People are grimy, bro.
Uh-huh.
People are looking for $1.
Yeah.
I get it, you got a family to feed, but at the same time, I really don't, bro, because, I feel like somewhere it gets lost as far as like just principles.
100%, man.
And just being a thoroughbred and a good person, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a lot to be a good person.
Look, man, I've always said, since I remember I gathered this form of mentality like around 18, where I realized that like everything's a mirror. Life is a mirror, and what you see in other people is what you see in yourself. So if you respect yourself, there's gonna be respect reflected through the people that you meet for the most part.
Facts.
I mean, like you said, there's some people that are gonna, sometimes that mirror doesn't look good,
Right.
And you look at it and you're like, damn, did I do someone dirty like that to meet someone like this? But then you realize it's like, no, those are just all reflections of life,
Right.
So when you look at your circle as you get older, in my opinion, it makes you a little bit happier to look in the mirror once you realize that you got the ones that never wasted your time, never did you dirty.
Nah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
facts.
So
Super facts. Yeah.
So I totally get that, and I don't know what it's like in the music industry, but I definitely am knowledgeable in like watching interviews and having homies that do music. So I know how rappers, I know how producers, I know how musicians are in general. Like no offense to you guys, but you guys are very emotional and even sometimes insecure people.
Oh, but that's just everybody. But
yeah.
I mean, because if you think about it, man, like.
I mean, just artists in general,
Right.
rightfully so though,
Right.
because you guys express
Right.
yourselves.
Right. That's exactly what it is. It's I mean, to whatever certain extent, those artists that put themselves out there to the world like that,
Yeah.
there's always gonna be a sense of insecurity because, at the end of the day, dog, like when I get on the mic and I rap, right,
Yeah.
and I say whatever I say,
Yeah.
when I release that song, that's not my song anymore.
Yeah.
That's the world song.
Yeah.
And people are either gonna persecute it, love
Yeah.
it, trash it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But after it goes out to the world, I feel like, yeah, you could be, you could feel a certain type of way if somebody doesn't like your music, bro. But that's what music is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's subjective.
Well,
to
it's
the
an
listener.
extension of yourself too.
Exactly.
And when I said like when I meant like you guys as artists, and I'm not saying that you're insecure or anything, like,
Right.
but you never know.
I'm a human being. I got insecurities.
Exactly.
For sure.
And I say that too. I should include myself in that because I'm an artist in the way I socialize with people.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't like when I'm too expressive with my words and I'm too honest with the choices I made in life. Some people don't like the fact that I could admit that I fucked up in the past, and I'll just express it in a story, and someone's like, "Yo, you didn't need to tell me all that," like going to jail or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Some people might think that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's your truth.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
don't ever shy away from your truth.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I
And
appreciate that.
if people don't like what you're saying, you know what I'm saying, then that's on them.
That's on them.
You
Exactly.
feel me? But
Exactly.
that's your truth, bro. You have every right to express your truth.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
like your music, like how you view releasing your music, you gotta. I feel like as an artist, you gotta come with just like that grain of salt of being like, hey, I threw it out there, and some people love it, some people hate it, but as long as I get you to feel something,
Yeah. As long
Or
as
you
you
listen,
feel yeah.
then I'm
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, as long as you give
You
me
know?
a little bit of your time, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? After that, it's whatever. It's gravy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So with that being said, what made you like rap or what sparked that feeling of like music is what I love to do?
I was
Was it a particular artist or was it a movie? Was it your parents?
for sure my pops put me on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. My pops put me on to like great music at a very early age.
Was it rap or was it even older than that?
Oh yeah, it was like I'm talking about like the Michael Jacksons,
Yeah.
the Marvin Gayes,
Okay.
Al Greens.
Of course.
you know.
All the classics.
Yeah, the Teddy Pendergrass and
Of
stuff
course,
like that.
of course.
Like, yeah, he would play that stuff, but like, I mean, when I remember, I think it was the first song I ever heard was There's a couple songs that pop into mind, but I just remember being so like jubilated when I heard
That's how I know you're a rapper. You use the word jubilated. There you go.
no, I just remember when I heard what's the difference between me and you?
Yeah,
You know,
of course,
I just,
of course.
I just remember hearing that. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, wait, what is this?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like I remember hearing that and I was just like, okay, this is something, bro. Like this just ain't no ordinary shit.
Of course, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
That beat in general, just the beat alone, is in my top 10. Like once I hear that, doom, doom, doom,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that sounds like I'm getting chills
Major.
even just reflecting on it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I just hear something big happening.
yeah,
Something
yeah.
big's gonna happen.
It's major.
And then
you know?
you got Dre expressing himself like, expressing to all the boys in NWA like how he's like, the music industry might have like ruined a lot of our connections, but fuck the bullshit. I miss you guys.
Yeah, that was
And,
fire too.
yeah.
That was some grown man shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because in a genre that and Dr. Dre being one of them, it's like, he started off doing like, kind of like breakbeat stuff with what was his original group before that?
World class wrecking crew.
World Class Wrecking Crew, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you see that he originated with that, and it was a little bit more brighter.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
and then he became a
Them
little
motherfuckers
bit.
was wearing like I don't know what type of suits they was
Yeah.
wearing, but like the shit in the 80s, like
Yeah,
it didn't
yeah.
look nothing like Dr. Dre.
Exactly.
But that was just a time, that was a moment in time in his life.
100%. Probably a lot of coke, was whatever was popping back then.
Right.
But with that being said, that's another reason why the OGs, I always laugh at how they hate on the, like, our generation and even younger on like, man, they're dressed sus out here and stuff. And it's like, can we please go back to the origin of this?
Yeah.
You guys were dressed just as wild, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
just
yeah.
think twice before you call out the new generation.
If you think about it, bro, you think about Pac having a nose ring.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah, a lot of-
nobody had a nose ring
Yeah,
rapping the
yeah.
lyrics that he was rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
of course.
So it's like,
with the Versace and the gold.
you feel me? So it's like it just all depends on how you want to express yourself, bro.
And to me, that's the pinnacle of hip hop, is when you actually got authentic taste,
right.
and you could talk that shit.
Right.
It's like, oh, that's hip hop to me, you know?
Right.
And Pac was speaking his truth while flexing on these motherfuckers,
Right,
with
right.
the nose ring and your girl on his lap, and he might just go and do a shoot where he's naked with a bunch of gold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's really close with Versace and shit.
Yeah,
So-
Pac called Kanai too when he was wearing that shit.
Yeah.
Man. Pac was on his fly fashion shit.
Yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, going back to that Dr. Dre jam, it was like, you look at who he was as a rapper and as a producer. I think that's like a pinnacle of him being both. And so when you saying when you heard that, did that spark like what you wanted to be as a rapper and maybe even possibly a producer?
I don't know if it necessarily said like I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, yeah, that's when I knew I wanted to be a rapper, because at the same time, bro, like in high school I was playing football and I kind of saw myself like, all right, I just knew some way somehow I was gonna be an entertainer.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. You
And
liked entertaining people.
Yeah. Whether like whatever medium I choose to do that through. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's music, I love film. You know what I'm saying? Like, God willingly I establish some type of longevity within the music career, where I could like, substantially like fulfill my goals and shit like that. Like I would love to like dive into film.
Okay.
Whether that's in front of the screen or behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm infatuated with film too. But man, being on a mic in the studio creating and, writing lyrics, freestyling lyrics, whatever it may be, there's no other high that I feel.
Okay.
I can't get that feeling anywhere else. So that's why I know I'm supposed to be in this room.
Okay.
Like that's why I know I'm supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in that state,
Yeah.
when I'm in that trance of just creating,
Mm-hmm.
Rapping, whatever, what I'm saying, being side by Stretch or the homie L's or the homie Blue, you know what I'm saying? Or like, any of my homies I make music with, bro, like that's just the best time.
Of course.
Yeah, so I know I'm supposed to be here.
Dude, it's kind of weird though to take a little step back with COVID. It kind of just feels like, damn, we've been in this, no pun intended, like a bubble with just like everything has to be halt with like, especially as a musician, I can only imagine like you guys have to just sit back and be like, well, we can't play shows.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's major, bro. Like that. I think that's one of the main things that like people love about us.
Of course.
Is just our performances, our
Yeah,
shows,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Because it's like live energy, live band.
And you guys were grinding. I remember seeing you guys play like house shows and you know, all spots all over Orange County, even LA and whatnot,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like,
Yeah, we've been on the grind, bro. But I take this COVID-19 thing as like a blessing as well. Like, bro, I haven't had as much sleep in the past
yeah.
probably 7 years,
Yeah.
7 years have I had like now.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like just these last 4, like however long we've been on, like, you know,
Yeah,
the
so your
pandemic and shit.
body's giving you praises. It's like, thank you. Thank you
Bro,
for slowing down.
You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, take your ass
Yeah,
to bed. You
yeah.
know, like I still be in there. You know, what I'm saying, in the studio till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
and then I gotta go to work at 7:30 type shit. But like, you know, there's days where I'm like, you need to rest.
Of course.
You know?
Of course.
You
Especially as you get older. We're getting
Right.
older and it's like we're not washed yet, but we
Right.
definitely, our body can't go like those 5 days with that. Like, you, motherfucker, take a nap.
Take a nap.
Take a nap or like sleep in
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this shit is like,
Yo, Stretch be telling me that shit all the time. Like,
Yeah.
he be like, yo, Kenny, bro, like, go to bed. Dog.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just stay asshole. Like, don't worry, bro. We'll catch a session tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, nah, I gotta get in there now. He's
Yeah,
like, bro,
yeah.
you haven't slept in like the last 3-4 days. Like,
and
you know
this
what I'm saying?
it's all natural energy, or you caffeinated, or it's just
it's natural energy.
yeah,
bro.
you just got that inner.
I think it's just, you know, trying to eat as best as I can.
Yeah,
Drinking a lot of water.
Uh-huh.
Water's key.
yeah,
I try to stay away from coffee.
yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
And any other impurities in general, you drink a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
turn up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely. Yeah, I like to have a good time.
Mhm.
For sure. You know, like.
But even at
drink,
that-
smoke weed,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, the whole nine. But
Just the
in moderation, bro.
Yeah,
You
the
know what I'm
wholesome
saying?
shit, you know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
just in moderation. Like, you know, if we're like yesterday, we were celebrating the homie Elsa's birthday.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
Homies got turned up.
Yo,
You know what I'm
happy
saying?
belated, Lizer.
Yeah.
Yo, that guy's
Happy birthday,
big.
you pink panty bitch.
That guy's big bad trouble, man.
Yeah.
He's a multi faceted tool.
Bro,
You know?
bro's he's a legend, bro.
Yeah.
That man's he's on something else, dog. He's I would like to say he's anointed.
Blessed with many gifts.
Many gifts. Bro.
Yeah.
Many gifts. For
And
sure.
and it's cool, man. Like I said, it's really inspiring that you guys got like that whole crew. You guys got your whole crew where it's almost like you guys are unsigned TDE. You know what I mean? Like
damn.
like
that's
you guys all have your different
that's
vibes
heavy.
and
Appreciate
and no, for sure. And when you guys meet at the middle, it fits perfectly, you know?
Yeah, it's so natural, bro.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. We just met last March. It might have been March.
So
or
you guys
February.
all Brother Smack has been under a year?
Yeah, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Like we all met last March. I did a show. I did a show at the Continental Room, and Els was doing stand-in keyboard for a group called Cosmic Music. I hope I'm not butchering their name. They're dope though.
Yeah, no, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he was playing keys and shit, and they were just like, do a solo song.
Yeah.
And he did a song called Need off Jazz Cabbage.
Yeah.
That shit just, me and Stretch just like instantly was like, bro, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Like, this guy's raw. Like,
Yeah,
you
and
know
that
what
was a
I'm
big
saying?
blessing in the
Yeah.
corner of the room.
You feel me? Yeah. And then he stayed and watched our performance and shit, and then we you know what I'm saying, we gave each other our roses and shit. You know,
Yeah.
hey, you fired, bro.
Yeah.
Keep going. And
Yeah.
then we exchanged contacts, and then we met at the studio. And then that day when we pulled up to the studio, the homie Mash was there.
Okay. Yeah, Mash for sure. Yeah.
Mash was raw as fuck too.
Of course,
That
of
boy-
course.
That boy's he's the anointed one
Yeah.
too.
But Mash is just like that. It sounds like I just picture him walking down the street telling motherfuckers what's up. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's who I would be if I was a rapper. You know?
Right. Yeah, Mash has a beautiful way of expressing himself as far as like letting you know how he feels in that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he bro's a poet, dog.
Yeah.
He-
I mean, all you guys are in your own way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Appreciate that.
How long have you known Mash for?
I've known Mash for that long, bro.
Bro,
Yeah,
same time.
Same time.
Did you guys all meet at the Continental Room?
No, me and Stretch. We
Mm.
met Els at the Continental Room, and then like exchanged numbers.
Did he introduce you guys to Mash?
Yeah, so this motherfucker Els is on his like this little Tarantino shit, like
Yeah.
you know his master plan. The bro hit up Mash and had Mash there,
Okay.
and he knew like, all right,
Yeah.
we're gonna pull up too. So let's
On
just
his Dr. Dre shit,
you
he
feel
brought
me?
you guys
Yeah,
together.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
exactly on this, yeah. So and then we just got in there, bro. And then one of the first songs we ever made was a song. It's the second song on the album that we're gonna drop.
Okay.
pretty soon.
For sure. So
Yeah.
you guys don't have a previous project as Brother Smack. It's all been singles, right?
All been singles.
Okay,
all been
perfect.
singles, yeah.
And I'm telling you, there's 3 or 4.
There might be 4. We got No Leash. We got Make It Back. We got
You guys got 4.
Living to Die, and then we got By the Two.
By the Twos is my shit right now.
Word.
By the way,
I'm glad you
like,
digging, man.
amazing.
Appreciate that.
But dude, now that I'm thinking about it, I caught you and Mash at the observatory. You guys played the small room.
I remember that.
Yeah, you guys.
Constellation Room.
Yeah.
That's Mash's first time seeing me play.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That was and that was before me and Els was at the Continental Room.
Oh,
but I
damn.
didn't know who Mash was.
Yeah.
You feel me? It was just like, oh, we was on the same bill.
What benefit was that? It was like for a voting, for like a
Yeah.
rock the vote type.
Yeah, Rock the Vote. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, the homegirl. Shout out to Steph.
Damn, I miss shows, dog.
Yeah.
I know you guys miss
Yeah,
shows.
hell yeah, bro.
Damn.
That's where I breathe, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's
And it was cracking. There was probably like 80 to 100, 120 people in that.
It was a good amount of people, bro.
Yeah, small ass room, but it was a shitload of people in there, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, I miss the observatory too, man. I miss just shows in general. Dude, if the government was like, yo, just rock a mask, I'll keep the mask on the whole show.
Off tops.
Watch people play.
Off tops.
Would you rap in a mask?
Nah. Hell no. I be spitting like a motherfucker, bro. Like, I be going in.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker would probably it'd be soaked, bro.
Yeah.
I be sweating up there, you know what I'm saying? Because I be moving.
Man, rappers, I think they should be allowed to not wear a mask.
But you know what they did? I think I might be wrong, but I seen this on the internet and I fact checked it. I think somewhere in like Australia or New Zealand, they had a festival
Yeah.
and they had it social distancing.
Oh, yeah. I saw with the
yeah.
little boots
With,
everywhere,
like,
right?
they had
little
like
gates.
they had
Damn.
like a little area where it's like 4 to like a little cage or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what it takes, bro.
But I honestly, I think Americans are too ignorant, to be honest with you.
That's true, too.
We would they already. I was listening to a story that they're kind of whack, but they're doing their thing. I can't really hate the chain smokers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The pop producers.
Where'd they do it?
You know what I'm talking about? They
Yeah.
did like a car show, right?
It was huge though, right?
Yeah, and it was like there was probably like, I think they were saying there's like over 7,000 people showed up.
Who the fuck goes
And-
to a chain smoker?
Dude, white people, dog. No offense. No offense.
You
White
really?
people.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
and
crazy.
maybe some Orange County, mixed race, mixed bag people,
But I ain't about to risk my life for the chain smokers.
Yeah, but again, that's why, going back to what I just said, Americans are ignorant, dog.
That's true too.
And to one half, I'm like, yo, I respect it. Like, fuck it. If you could do it right, everybody stays in a little cage. The show must go on, right?
Yeah.
But again, being an American and being sometimes ignorant, I know that we'd probably ruin it if we got at least 7,000 people to be congregating in one spot,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
with this COVID shit running rampant.
Nah, I think everybody just needs to chill the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. Like, I ain't never gonna tell you how to live your life.
Mhm.
Like, do what you want to do, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if you're happy with, if you want to go out and
With
you
the
wanna,
choices you make,
yeah,
that's you.
That's you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
as far as like, if we really want to like, continue and try to get back to where we was at before COVID,
Yeah.
everybody need to chill.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
everybody
Like,
needs to fucking chill.
chill. Like,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, they still got like restaurants open. You can go eat on a patio or whatever. Like, go do your thing. But like, I don't know about going to a concert right now with 7,000 people.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
7,000 people, I don't know.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you was at or who you was with or you know what I'm saying. Like,
And then when you're given the opportunity to party, it's like you're not in the right state of mind.
That
Too. That's 7,000 people that are drunk, turned, who knows what else.
yeah, right.
I'm gonna wait a little bit longer.
Right, right.
But I mean, people make it work, and I just feel like for now, it is a thing where shows just need it's a wrap.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna happen for a while.
It ain't gonna happen for a minute
Yeah.
until we get this This vaccine, you gonna take the vaccine or what?
I'm gonna let y'all motherfuckers take it, and then if y'all chilling with it, then I'm gonna fucking take it.
I don't think I'm gonna take it, bro.
Yeah?
I'm not an anti-vaxxer
Vaxxer,
or whatever,
yeah.
but nah, B, I'm not letting the government poke me with
Yeah,
nothing,
no. And
bro.
with the
Like,
state of the world right now, and especially where we're headed, it's like if you're not skeptical of everything in general,
you got to be, bro.
you have to be. I can't trust none of you motherfuckers from the top of the presidency down to police enforcement, especially this year alone, dude. Since like with the George Floyd protests and everything, like I was out there at a couple protests in L.A. and Long Beach, and I mean it was painful but a beautiful experience to see that many people. But I noticed, the cops wanted us to break character,
All times.
You know?
That's a fact, bro. So in 2015, right, I went when Michael Brown got shot,
Yeah.
when he got killed, when he was murdered, bro.
Yeah.
Me and my sister went to the protest in L.A. and it was maybe like 300 of us on Temple and Broadway. Like we was walking the streets,
Yeah.
peacefully protesting, but letting motherfuckers hear us type shit.
Of course.
And SWAT pulled up and the sheriffs and the LAPD and they boxed us into this on Temple and Broadway in the middle of the intersection. They made us sit down, bro, and they bullied us. They threw us on the prison buses.
Yeah.
You know, the buses where they take you. Yeah.
That's what they were doing on that Friday of the George Floyd protests. Like they were manhandling every motherfucker out there,
Right.
So I could only assume that cops have been doing this,
Yeah. So they threw us on these buses, bro, and I didn't even know these buses had heaters, homie.
Oh shit.
And they turned them heaters
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
closing shit. Had us sitting in that bus for like 4 hours before they took us to the Metropolitan Detention Center, if I'm not wrong. They took us somewhere, bro, and they booked us and shit. But
they cuffed you guys?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
They had us, bro. I was zip tied for like 4 hours on the bus. Then they took us to the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Yeah.
Then they had us in like their garage, right? And they lined us all up. Like it was 300 of us, men and women, all different types of like race, creed, color.
Of
you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But they had the men with the men and they had the women at another spot. And bro, they lined us up on this wall. There was a bunch of police, bro, and they just started talking shit to us. Like, I would have killed him too. Like, saying crazy shit.
Man.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
correct.
And see
bro,
that and then,
on everything I love, bro, they were saying the craziest shit.
Yeah.
And it's like me being a black man in America, bro, I already know this is what it is. But when you're there, seeing this motherfucker with a badge who's supposed to protect and serve,
Of course.
for you, by you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
But that right there, that sentence in itself, especially during this time, proved that, and now they've even proved it to white people, that protect and serve wasn't for us.
Nah, hell
and
no.
we've made it to believe that it was, especially growing up here, because like we grew up with all ethnicities.
Yeah.
But then you look at as you get older and you're like, the cops out here really don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck about the people that are barely making it in life, whether you're black, brown, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
They care about. They don't want people destroying the rich people's property. They don't want, people getting out of line. But yet they got no problem telling us shit like that. They got no problem killing black people on the regular,
They just
on camera.
marginalizing us.
Yeah.
Bro. That's literally what it is.
And 2015, that sparked your like inner motive to go out in these streets and like.
Well, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. The only reason why I went to go protest is because my sister wanted to go.
Okay.
So she was like, yeah, yo, Kenny, I want to go protest. Like, let's go do it. This one in L.A. And I told her, look, I'm not about to let my baby sis go out there by herself. So if we're gonna go, let's go. But I'm letting you know now, we're not coming home tonight.
Yeah, you already knew.
I already knew. I already knew he was gonna get arrested.
Yeah.
The whole my sister.
Was that your first protest as a young adult?
Yeah. For sure, that was my first protest.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
And the only reason why I didn't want to go protest, bro, is because, not to say that it didn't do anything, but it's like,
there's still going to be black and brown bodies that get killed by the cops.
yeah, and it's not even. I'm not even trying to be, a narcissist, but it's like, we need a lot more. We're gonna
Yeah.
need a lot more than just protesting.
Of
Like,
course, of
you
course.
feel me? Like, in my whole opinion, bro, the whole system needs to be scrapped.
And-
like the Democratic Party, like the
Of
two-party
course, of
system.
course, of course.
That shit ain't gonna work,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
The Democrats ain't for us, and the Republicans ain't for
Uh,
us. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
you're
it's just,
speaking.
it's just, it is what it is.
And I try to get this through my family's head when you know, especially amidst the George Floyd protests and Breonna Taylor, like I try to tell them, like, you know, if anything, this is exposing that the Democrats are just as bad as that orange man that they say they're better than. You know what I mean?
Right.
And my family's like, no, that's not true. That's not true. And I'm like, you really need to see. You'll see more and more as it crumbles that these guys just happen to, they'll throw a BLM hashtag, but still want your ass in jail, or they don't care if the cops kill you.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but George Floyd probably died in a Democratic city, right? I think he died in a Democratic state.
That might have been true.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not 100% sure on that, like, you know, sure of that, but I think so. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, it's, this whole system is, it's meant to put us down.
And
It was never made for us.
Exactly. And we were always heading towards a police state country, but like more so than ever now, like this was the fire that fueled it to make sure. And I feel, and you look at the facts, the government's doing everything in their power to not defund the police. They want to say, the media tells you one thing, but these motherfuckers are implementing the same amount of policing and the same amount of bullshit into their policies.
If you know, if you look at Joe Biden's track record, bro, that motherfucker.
I mean, he wrote the crime bill, you know?
He's sus, bro. And Kamala Harris been locking up niggas forever.
Of course.
She's a fed, bro. Like, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
they just know how to package it better than the people we got in power right now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I want to be optimistic about it, and I am. I feel like we're definitely on the cusp of whatever it is. Something breaking. Some form of freedom, some form of
a mold breaking from old political ways. I want to live in an America where cops are held accountable for the murders that they commit on the regular. The regular, despite the actions of, if people are resisting arrest, that still doesn't give you the right to take a person's life, man. You know?
It's like, even if you are a criminal, dog, like, why does that grant you the right to kill me?
Exactly.
You feel me? The policeman, like, the police officers, they can't be the judge and the executioner.
They can't.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's like, nah, you know, if I'm in the wrong, word, you know what I'm saying? Throw me in jail type shit. Let me get a date. Let me get my hearing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let this be the end all be all type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy.
I also just think that there needs to be a rewiring in culture, in American culture in general, starting from our government to the police, down to how we even operate with each other in society. Because, like, motherfuckers are quick to call the cops for shit that cops didn't need to be called on, you know? Or vice versa, it's like we're quick to lead to violence when it doesn't need to lead to that, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm shooting for some fucking reimagined America where we critically think before we make mistakes.
I mean, but that's how it should be.
That's how it should be, right? You know?
Yeah, that's exactly.
I just think that everybody needs to hold each other accountable and move better. Just move better.
You know what it was, bro? That's why I feel like COVID-19 was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, man.
Because everybody was literally just chilling, like,
and had time to reflect.
Most people they weren't working. You know what I'm saying? Shit slowed down for everybody.
Exactly.
So it's like people really had time to
we were chasing the bag. We were trying to get money, and then when we weren't getting money, we were trying to get fucked up, and the cycle repeats. And when you shut all that shit down, you have time to remember what it's really like out here.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And, you know, 3 consecutive black bodies taken away by law enforcement or racism in general, it fueled a consistent fire right now that's happening still to this day all over the country, you know?
Yeah.
And it happened all over the world. The world burned for a minute. It's still burning.
Yeah.
And who knows, like you said, I want to be optimistic, but at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's real, man. I mean, I feel like as long as you're adding to the positivity, you know, in this world, I feel like that's all you can do right now. Motherfuckers got to speak up. It's the perfect time to speak up, you know. And it's like it shit. These conversations they got to start at home type shit.
100. That's
You
and
feel
that's what
me?
I mean by the rewiring of the culture,
Right.
especially as brown and black people.
Right.
We have to be more aware and critically think,
Yeah.
and it needs to happen, like you said, family first.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you know, during this whole George Floyd thing, I've had a lot of like, you know, my white people, like people who I love, bro, like my peoples, they hit me up and said, yo, like I haven't had some of these conversations with my parents, and I found like I had one of my homies, bro, he hit me up, he's like, bro, I just found out my dad's racist, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, a lot
like
of-
dead ass. Like,
Yeah.
yo, my pops is right. I just found out
Yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, motherfucker, how you just find? But it's because these conversations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's talk about this George Floyd shit.
Yeah.
Let's have an in-depth conversation. How you feel about it? You know what I'm saying? And then those type of conversations are either gonna get you to learn, like, all right, you need to correct the people who are around you, or you need to get away from
Get
them.
away from them.
You know, but
Yeah.
either way, bro, that's gonna help you grow, and that helps everybody else grow.
And it lets you realize that, again, most of it starts at home.
Yeah,
Most of it starts at home, dude. Ignorance, and trust me,
nobody's born racist.
Being a Mexican, I've seen some of the worst things come out towards every other race from my own family, and I looked at it and I'm like, I remember being a kid and being like, yo, I don't even have to just worry about the white man being racist towards me. It's my own family too.
Right,
You know?
right.
And luckily, there's been talks. I have a privileged position to where my family's open enough to talk about it, and we've already had many arguments about how this shit ain't right.
Yeah.
You know? And it was towards everybody. And it was just one of those things where I was in a privileged position to talk about it. Like, even with my grandparents, they're not racist, but they didn't understand why I was going to these protests.
Right.
And I told them, I was like, you do understand that you guys came over here from Mexico and allowed me to grow up privileged in my own being. I have brown skin, but it's not about me. This is for every other person of color that is getting mistreated by our government and our police. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So that's why I got to do this. It's not about me, because they were like, well, there's a lot of bad shit that's gonna happen out there, and I'm like, that's a risk I'm willing to take.
I mean, whatever quote unquote bad shit that's happening out there, I promise you, it ain't worse
Yeah,
than what's going on to the people. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It ain't worse than George Floyd getting his life taken away. You
Exactly,
know?
man.
Fucking Breonna Taylor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. The Michael Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like Philando Castile. Like bro, like I don't even like saying the names.
Yeah,
dog,
no,
because
because it's exhausting.
It's a lot of names on there, bro. It's a lot of names on there, bro. So it's crazy, but yeah, it's good that you're having those conversations with your people.
Yeah, it's just it is those conversations got to start at home, and I think that's the rewiring of our culture in general.
Yeah.
You know, we got to understand that a lot of it is, I mean, it's that same old saying. They want us turned against each other.
Right.
You know, because the power is in the people.
You know what's crazy? I had this realization that the dinner table, bro. The dinner table is one of the most vital places
Mm-hmm.
in America.
Yeah.
Because think about how many times do you get to sit down at the dinner table with your family, whoever's living in your house, whether it's roommates, mom and pop, sister, or cousins, whoever
Yeah.
you're staying with. How many times out of a 7-day week do you actually get to sit down and eat with your peoples?
Damn near never, dog.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But that's the time where you really get to converse with one another and really understand, how do you feel about this? What's going on in your heart? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so man, I feel like that you know, whether it's a lunchtime or, you know what I'm saying, it's usually dinner because that's when everybody's off work. You know,
Yeah.
end of the day type shit. But I feel like that's a very, very vital important part.
Of course,
to the
man.
family structure. I think to the American structure, dog. Like, motherfuckers just need to start. You know, I mean, I just had dinner with my mom's sis like 2 weeks ago, and like, it's been a minute since I've sat down with them and had dinner, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's been a minute.
Well, because it's most of our, and it goes beyond just being black and brown, but it's an American thing where most of us are on the go.
So we're always on the go.
On the
man.
go.
Well,
You know,
we're looking for the next dollar. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
even in you know, even in our culture in general, like, it is it's instilled in us to stay away from our own family. whether it be because they say ignorant things, or because in general it's like supposedly like through movies and all this stuff, like when you're with your family it's supposed to be a downer, and it's like I don't agree with that shit.
Nah, I don't. My family's lit.
I know, and I know that because,
Yeah.
and that's why I've always felt blessed in my own. That's why I've always felt privileged in my own perspective that I do have, my core family that operates in love. And like, and most of the stuff I was talking earlier about, like the ignorant talks, the uncomfortable talks, it's been with like cousins that I never really see, or uncles that I never really see, even aunts, and it's like when they come over, it was a conversation where I was like, all right, I gotta speak my opinion and let these motherfuckers know that this shit ain't right.
Right.
And they live in a bubble and they need to get out more. And I get it. Not everyone has the financial privilege to travel. But what I'm saying is, if you prioritize your life and you care, prioritize getting out of the country a little bit.
For
Man,
sure.
now it's might be a little different, but when the time's right,
Yeah, we'll
I
get back to
encourage
that.
you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
Have you been out the country?
I've never been out the country, bro. I've been to Hawaii. I mean, you wouldn't count Mexico being.
That's literally the same thing as San Diego and all that shit.
Exactly.
I mean, L.A. too. I went to Mexico City and I was like, this is L.A. but just with more brown people.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm definitely gonna get my traveling in, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I know music's gonna take me around the world type shit, but like, I'm trying to. I mean, I gotta go to the motherland, bro. Like, I gotta take my mission trip back.
Of course,
home, you know
man.
what I'm saying?
You were saying your grandparents are back in Kenya,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So my mom is she's Kenyan.
Mm-hmm.
She grew up in Kenya, bro, and then she flew out here. She came to the States when she was 19. You feel me?
And what about your pops? Is he from me?
My pops is Kenyan too.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't talk to dude anymore, but he's from Kenya as well.
Okay.
So I'm first generation, like,
American for
straight
sure.
up, like,
For sure.
But so a lot of, like, I grew up African, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like just, certain principles that were instilled for me from my moms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my pops, like, certain values that they taught me. So it's like, when I go take that trip back home, bro, like, I'm trying to be out there for like 3-4 months type shit. Like, I'm trying to go out there and record an album. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hell yeah,
and
do
just
that.
be with my peoples, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just put my feet to the earth.
When
Type shit.
when your grandparents, when you would see them, did they come down? Did they fly over here?
They never flew out here, bro.
Okay.
So if anything, it was like my mom was talking to her mom, and
So
I
you've
would
only
hear
communicated with your grandparents through the phone?
And they passed. My mom's parents passed.
Oh,
you feel me?
man.
So I never got a chance
Yeah,
to meet them.
dude.
But my mom got her brother and sister still. They
Yeah,
still
yeah.
thriving. My mom's brother's son lives out in Louisiana.
Okay.
He's an oil engineer.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to visit him 2 weeks ago. I was supposed to fly to Louisiana, but somebody on his ship, on his drill ship, caught COVID.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so they had to quarantine and shit. So I had to rebook my shit for November.
Postpone that a little bit.
Yeah, I had to postpone it till November. So it was cool though. He came out here like 2 years ago. He was staying with us for like a cool 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Bro, super cool, dog. The first time I ever met him, like, it was like I knew him my whole life type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Automatic
like,
vibes.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
like, damn, dog, like, you really are me, just in a different body. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool though. It was cool.
That right there in itself, you having a history and a culture in Kenya is like, I would pursue that when you get the chance.
Oh,
When
yeah.
everything's right, when the money's right,
For
when
sure.
the time's right, and like I highly encourage you to spend multiple weeks out there and like, carving up a new version of yourself.
I got land out there.
Yeah.
Dog, you know what I'm
But
saying?
with that being said, Rooted, how many projects prior to that did you have into before Rooted?
I had one before that. It was called A Hollow's Place, and that was with Stretch as well. And then I had another one before that called The Life Dark and Bright, which was like before I had met Stretch.
Yeah.
So 2 prior to that.
I feel like with Rooted, and that's produced by Stretch also?
All of it.
Okay. Right off the bat, production-wise, it was something like I did not expect you rapping over those beats. What were you going through during that time?
It was
And what were you listening to? What was going through? What were you watching? Because it sounds like some horror shit, dude, to be honest with you.
But okay, so it's tight that you say that, bro, because me and Stretch it's always been an objective of ours to just always find create our own sound.
Okay.
You know, like we don't. And there's never been a day where I've walked into the studio and was like, bro, I want to make something like this
Yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah.
It's never been that.
Yeah.
It's just like we get in there, and it'd be as simple as, you know, Stretch doing like a weird chord progression, or maybe Stretch, like, you know, starts off with the drums and shit. And it's like, bro, I make music off emotion.
Yeah. Blank canvas creation. That's
feel
where
me?
you guys
Yes,
go.
he creates a canvas for me,
Mm-hmm.
and he provides the canvas
Canvas,
for me,
yeah.
and I just paint that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I mean, bro, Michael Brown getting killed.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Cause the intro is it newscast? Is it a news clip for Michael Brown?
right? It's not. So check this out. All that shit was acted, bro.
Really?
Yeah,
The news clip and everything?
That's all acted.
Oh
That's
shit.
all acted and engineering.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so it was literally it was me, the homie Wave, who he be rapping on my shit too. That's my brother, and then my sister, and then the news shit going on. Like the homegirl, I had the homegirl Miranda pull up with her boyfriend, and I had written out the monologue for her and shit, and
So the newscaster is actually your homegirl?
that's the homegirl.
Damn.
Yeah.
You guys, well, you guys did an excellent job at putting me in a position where I felt like I could see you pacing around the room when they're like
Yeah.
trying to not to get you to watch the news clip.
Right.
Because that's
so
what this.
yeah. So matter of fact, okay. So I'm thinking about some shit off of Hollow Space. That skit, the first one was me, the homeboy Dion, and the homeboy Wave. And
Okay.
it's me. It comes from, you know. Let me set the stage. It was the homies at the crib right there at the spot, and I pull up after work, and I'm trying to turn up.
Yeah, you're feeling good.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Like,
Yeah.
bro, fuck work, whoopty whoop, like
Yeah.
some real shit that would usually happen. Like,
100%.
just got off work, and then the homies just seen like, damn, another black man was just shot and killed. You know, something that's just very true to who we are and what we are.
Of
Like
course.
that's
The
our
the
experience.
cold reality.
Yeah, that's the cold reality of the world. Like, you know, just seeing black people die on the fucking TV screen.
Yeah.
Like it's just an ordinary day.
And unfortunately, most of the time, a lot of the times by police.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Majority of the time, it's
Yeah.
by police,
Mhm.
law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just me being frustrated and just being angry, and then just me having, like, you know, tipping over the boiling point. Like,
Yeah.
fuck this shit.
And then what year was that recorded? What year did Rudy come out?
Rudy came out last year.
Last year. So it's
came
not that
out
long ago.
But some of those songs are 2-3 years old.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, some of those songs are there's 2-3 years old on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you working on for a long time, or did you just sit on a couple songs and then you're like, I need to
it's
get this shit done?
Yeah, I just record shit. Like, we just record shit, and
Yeah.
then like it's very organic the way it comes, bro. Like, I just remember before that project, like we had already recorded like maybe like 10-15 songs, and then like, you know, we got into this like this groove where we're like, all right, bro, yeah, we have something here.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a little body of
Work.
of something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then just piecing the puzzles together.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, it was beautiful, but I was definitely angry at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, bro,
I mean, rightfully so, though.
yeah, of course.
Rightfully
Yeah,
so.
It's hard to be like, one of my favorite quotes is I can't think of his name, and I'm fucking pissed at myself that I can't think of his name right now. And he said, to be a black man in America is to be at rage at pretty much
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, that's not what he said verbatim, but it's the essence of his quote.
Of course.
And that's just what it is, bro. You know, like, at the end of the day, dog, I got to do everything in my power to make sure I sustain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Go to work, eat this, that, and the third. A regular human being, what a regular human being would do. I got to do that. And then on top of that, I got to make sure that I can make it home.
Yeah.
I have to make it home.
Yeah.
Because there's a big possibility that I might not make it home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that shit's getting tested every day.
Every traffic stop, whoopty whoop, this,
Yeah.
that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, bro.
And I could apply that same mentality to, you know, me having brown skin and whatnot, but like, I obviously will never understand your perspective on it fully. Like, as much as I respect it and I understand that,
Right.
it definitely is always going to be just different in
Right.
general.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's
But you could empathize.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you being a person of, you know, Latin descent, being
Yeah.
Hispanic,
Mm-hmm.
you could definitely empathize because after us, it's y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me?
They look at both of us as like, hey, those guys are not us. So,
you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so you said it sounded like a horror movie. Me and Stretch are like very big on cinema.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like I said earlier, I'm big on film, bro. So like, I love having, these sounds that make you feel like, okay, this is on some other shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, because I know, especially too, it's weird. Rap has always had like its synonymous beats with like some horror sounds. Like
Right.
even Dr. Dre and Ice Cube, when they went down that whole era, it was like a lot of just murder beats.
off tops.
But it reminded me of a lot of horror movies I grew up watching.
Right.
So it is just kind of funny that like hip hop culture also understands like, oh, like let's make it feel creepy, or
Yeah.
let's make you feel something
Right.
on edge.
Right.
But that's what that whole album made me feel was I was just not every beat, but for the most part, like I was just really thrown off at the fact that you decided to go with like some sci-fi like horror sounding shit.
Yeah.
Like, and it went perfect with it, like
Right.
what you were talking about, particularly the intro, and then there's that song African.
Yeah.
That beat is wild, and then
Yeah.
your flow over that, and then there's an interlude that is that your sister that is talking to you when
Yeah.
she's like telling you to calm down.
Yeah, to chill the fuck out. That was my sis.
What's
Yeah.
that? What's that interlude called?
She's the reason.
She's the
There
reason.
it is. There
Yeah,
it is.
man.
Yeah. Cause
And what she's telling you is exactly. You could apply that same energy. There's been many of those conversations, especially talked in 2020.
Bro, the only reason why I haven't flipped or gone rogue on some crazy shit is because of my sister.
I believe that.
You feel me?
I believe
Like,
that.
My sister's. It's my mom and sis, but mainly my sister because
And she's your younger sister,
she's my younger sister.
but she has a way older energy over you.
Oh, yeah. She be try to. She's definitely smarter than me, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
book smart.
That's
book
good.
Smart,
That's
like,
good.
The woman's intelligent, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
But,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's fair to say, like, I think I've done my goodness with raising her or just doing the best I can
Yeah.
to make sure she's Gucci.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not taking anything away from my mom's because my mom has done an
Of course.
incredible job, bro.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It is different as a sibling, and then on top of that, being of the opposite gender.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm just big bro. I got
Because you could have been a reason why she hates men in general too. She could be like, "Oh, my brother's trash."
right,
You know?
right.
You look-
That is very true. I didn't even think about that.
That's definitely something that she could have had. But
Right.
it's good that there's a foundation of just constant learning, like you
Yeah,
said.
yeah. There's always like points in my life where I'm like, man, fuck this shit. Like, I'm gonna do some wild shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, just impulse or whatever it may be, whatever type of certain situation that I've been in, and I'm just like, man, fuck it. And then I'll just think of my sister, and I'll just be like, I gotta chill, bro, because I gotta be there for her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because if I'm not there for it, then you know what I'm saying? There's a piece of her that's going to be missing.
Yeah, you jeopardize more than just your own life.
Yeah,
You know?
and I've always looked at it like that.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's good because growing up as being a dude in general is like, that goes back to what I'm saying of the rewiring of our culture. It's like we operate on like we want to call females emotional. I've never seen dudes be more emotional than ever. Like we're first to break shit. We're first to fight.
Yeah.
And then we don't even know each other. We could have been at a party and just like you looked at me crazy. I would have said something. Next thing you know, you're bopping me up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like that's the epitome of emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like now you're ruining everybody's night.
Yeah. Dudes be more divas than anybody.
Exactly,
bro.
and we got a little bit more perspective on this shit now. You know,
Right.
especially as we're older, it's like, man, dudes be the wackest.
Yeah.
But with that being said, is like there's still good men here. I'd like to think I'm one of them. You're one of them. Shout out to Spence. And we just got to do our best to be level-headed gentlemen.
Yeah. And yo, I definitely want to say this, for the record, is shout out to all those women out there right now that are fucking putting all these rapists and their sexual abusers on blast. Y'all got to keep doing that shit.
And we got to
please keep doing that. And then
we got to do that shit too. If we got homies that have been wilding out, it's like
that
we
shit
need to
not
press
cool.
them.
It's not cool at all. And y'all please keep doing that shit. And I promise you, as far as for myself, I will do better at making sure that anybody around me is not of that nature,
Yeah.
of that bullshit.
Hold
You
your
feel me?
circle accountable,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
And
always.
there is no more. That's the thing. It was like, and when I say these times where there might have been sus activity, it was when we were in high school. But again, we grew up in the era of listening to Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. The first time I ever dry humped a girl was 7th grade, and progressively things got worse.
Yeah,
in the
but
way
you,
we,
but,
and-
did you just dry hump her out the blue type shit? Or
No,
like,
no, I just heard, I heard Get Low, and it was like I saw everybody grinding,
right.
And it was
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh,
but
you
that's
know what
not.
I mean?
But that's just dancing though.
But,
You know
but
what
I'm trying to
saying?
get at is we didn't know any better.
As you get older,
Yeah.
you learn.
Yeah,
You know.
and this whole exposure needed to happen.
Right.
You know, because I didn't know that sexual assault and rape happened as frequently in our country until the last 5 years.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Because in my head I was always like, oh, dude, we're just a horny culture, but there's a difference between being horny and doing horrific things. You know what I mean?
For sure. And what's wrong? And my whole thing is like to the dudes out there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never understood about, like, you know, when you get turned down by a girl and then, like, you're just
Insecure.
like, okay, bro, all right, she don't fuck with you. That's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of
Like,
course.
there's millions of other women out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, if a girl don't fuck with you, that don't mean that you gonna trash her name. Like, don't be a sucker. That's
No,
sucker
exactly.
shit.
But I also think that also comes from a lack of the back to the dinner table.
Yeah,
The lack
that's
of
true too,
someone
though.
telling them like, in this life, if you try too hard and you get shot down by a female, that's not the end of it. What you do is you respectfully say, okay, it is what it is. You take that L. Don't put your head down, but just walk away and accept it. It is what it is. She's not interested in you. Keep it moving. But again, American culture, we don't talk about that, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this to find excuses for men. I'm saying this because this is the cold, dumb reality of our culture.
Yeah.
You know, and this is where it all stems from. It all stems from lack of education and understanding. And that comes with
that understanding.
yeah, and that comes from, you know, having parents or a female in your life that's older than you to put you up on game. And a lot of fools are out here just running, you know, reckless with no one's ever checked them, you know?
Yeah.
Do not hesitate on being like, hey, motherfuckers.
We just gotta protect women, bro.
Yeah.
And more importantly, we gotta protect black women.
Yeah.
Facts. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's just a crazy time. Like, it's a crazy time to be a black woman right now because you're subjected to just a multitude of just like injustices, bro.
Well, I think it's always been hard to be a black woman, especially in America. But I think more so than ever because they have a powerful voice and a powerful platform to stand on right now. And people are awakened to that and finally taking it serious. The things that they speak into existence and they've been talking about, that they've been trying to get through our ignorant heads as a culture, can finally happen. And the powers that be see that as a threat. And they're doing more in their power to stop it. Because like you said, we have to do better at protecting just women in general, particularly stepping back, shutting the fuck up, and listening to black women.
You know, that encapsulates to she's the reason. It was literally just, you know, sitting down and just listening to my sis, like saying, like, chill out. Like, if you go out this way, if you take this route, you know what I'm saying? They want you to go this way. They want you to do this. They want you to flip out. They want you to go rogue, do some crazy shit. But you know, you got to approach it from this. And yeah, that was that on that skit.
For sure, and I listened to every word in it, and it just, I couldn't help but, even though it was only made a year ago, I couldn't help but realize that talk is probably going down every day in someone's house since the rise of these protests, you know?
Yeah.
And prior to that, but like more so than ever now, you know?
I say this humbly as possible, bro, but that whole record, Rooted, the album, that shit will always be relevant. Like, that album, like, you know, when I dropped it, I already knew, bro. Like, I knew people weren't going to understand it. I knew people weren't going to grasp it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when I reach a certain point of time of where, you know, I get my just due as far as this music, you know, for the music heads and the music buff and, like, just the true fans, when they go back and do their homework, they're going to be like, oh, shit, this motherfucker been talking about this shit.
Yeah, Rooted, I think Rooted is a good genesis for you. You know,
sure.
everything else before that was like you know, figuring yourself out.
For sure.
I think Rooted is where listening to where you're, and especially what you have with Brother Smack out right now. Like, I feel like right now, what the music that you have with Brother Smack, I feel like it's your most polished.
Right.
Like, you sound the toughest.
Right.
But like, I feel like Rooted was like a good Genesis for you.
That's
you
dope.
know?
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could stand on that too, bro. I like that. Yeah, definitely a Genesis.
And it's cool. It's cool because I listen to a lot of electronic music that sounds like some dark sci-fi
Yeah,
horror movie shit. Just on the regular, just because I love the bass tones and the little synths and the drums. Like it still has, some of them have hip hop bounce to it.
give me an artist name.
Dude, I'll give you like Gesaffelstein. You know,
Gustavus.
he's done music with.
I've heard of his name.
He's done music with The Weeknd.
Okay.
And
He's
Kanye.
There
Kanye.
you go.
Yeah, he produced a lot on Yeezus.
Okay.
So
Yeezus is my shit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's me and Chris's shit.
Exactly.
Bro.
So the beats on that were like, I know that hip hop culture wasn't too fond of Yeezus,
Right.
but like for me when I heard that, it was like, oh, Kanye is in tune with that. He could get in tune with that evil sound and shit too.
Yeah.
You know, like there's nothing that this man can't do.
Right.
God damn it, Kanye. God damn it, Kanye.
Yeah, man.
I wish you nothing but the best, but
Yeah.
we need you back. But when the time is right, go rest up. He needs to take a nap. You know what I mean? He needs to take a nap.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man, shit like that, like Filmmaker. There's another artist, Filmmaker. There's a couple artists I'll put on to. I'll
sure.
shoot you after this, and
do that.
it's all like just like 808s, but like weird dark synths. And again, I was just really rightfully so shocked on like the beats that you decided to get on Rooted.
Yeah.
You know, because I was like, oh, I did not expect you to rap on these beats.
It was it's just a feeling, man. If it's right, it's right. You know, just in that moment of time, I felt like I was just so secluded. Like, you know, I was to myself because of all just the ugly shit that was happening to my peoples.
Yeah.
You know, I fell into this like inner rage where I was like, I gotta let this out. Like,
I'm
in a
glad that
healthy
you found
way.
it through music
bro,
rather than
for
some other
anything,
dumb shit.
Yeah,
You know,
anything else. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely, Rooted was exactly what was going on inside of me. You know, and shouts out to Stretch, dog, for really just sitting beside me and just really understanding like, yo, I need to help this brother get this shit out.
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah,
Like,
because that is cool to have someone like for instance, Spencer is my Stretch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he's the one that's like allowing me to paint on a canvas.
Got it.
You know, and he knows and he handles all the other shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it is cool to have that loyalty from someone.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's
that
facts.
creative loyalty.
Facts.
So
Facts.
Yeah, dude, shout out to Milano.
Yeah, Chris Milano, man.
Because going into Brother Smack, we'll finish this up soon. So the Brother Smack tracks, you guys have 4 right now.
4 singles, yeah.
And the first song you guys had was
No Leash.
No Leash. That was the first one, and then the second one was
Make It Back.
Make It Back. So Make It Back. Your verse on that one is just like, I feel like that was the one where I was like, oh, this is your certified legit rapper. Like this is who you are gonna sound like. Moving on to the
right.
you're finally polished in this shit, you know? Because Rooted still has like a freshman feel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's I feel like it's a needed genesis to understand, like you said, it's for anybody
where I could go.
Yeah. And not only that, but like I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where the more fans you get as you create more, they're gonna look back on them and be like, whoa, he's even gone on even darker shit, you know? Because like Brother Smack is more like soulful.
Yeah.
It feels like the streets.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you know what it is that like everybody that's just behind Brother Smack and just this collective that we got going on, everybody's just so musically inclined. You feel me? Like the man Els, the motherfucker plays like he plays jazz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The homie Miggy on guitar is crazy.
Yeah.
The homie Blue is crazy. The
Yeah.
homie Gazzo, like singer, that motherfucker play percussion, drums, guitar, bass, like just, you know, everybody that's around us, like just the family, bro, everybody's just musically inclined. So anything that we do make, it's always gonna have some form of, you know,
Yeah, it fits.
yeah, it's
And-
always
and-
gonna have that feel.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like none of you guys sound out of place. Like from what I was listening, because you know how there's some rappers as a collective where I'm like, I know why they keep that fool at the end of the verses. He can't hold his own. You know what I'm saying?
That's jokes.
Yeah, but like all you guys hold your own.
Yeah.
So who raps though? It's you, Eliza, and Mash.
And Mash. Yeah.
It's only you 3.
Yeah, us 3.
Okay.
And then yeah, Stretch. So Brother Smack is Chris Milano, Els, Lizer, Mash,
Yeah.
and me.
Okay.
And then yeah, we're the three rappers.
Mhm.
Chris Milano and Els, they do production.
For sure.
But we definitely have like the homies come in and, you know what I'm saying, give us a little bass line or something, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, or guitar riff, or the homie Will on sax. That
Yeah, yeah.
motherfucker's ill, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying. We got our peoples that come in. And
Yeah,
lace
you guys
us
let
up.
everybody. You guys let
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
You know, paint a little bit on the
here,
board.
we're here to create, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have this open table policy. Like, if you're in the studio with us, you're more than welcome to add to the track. As long as it works, it works.
Yeah.
We're not gonna tell you like, nah, you can't. Nah,
Yeah.
like, we're here to create, bro.
Yeah.
We're here to help everybody grow in this room at that specific time.
I respect that. I
Yeah.
love that. You know,
Yeah.
and you know, I feel like once the gates open back up, once our country opens back up fully, where we're allowed to express our art, you know, at shows and stuff, I feel like you guys are about to go ham.
God willingly, bro.
God willingly.
Like, yeah, it's yeah, man. We got some shit. We got some shit lined up.
So you guys you're saying that you guys have a full Brother Smack project on the way?
Yeah, it's done, bro.
It's done.
It's literally done.
There you go.
Yeah, it's done, mastered, mixed.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're just waiting on the cover art.
And Eliza and Milano mix and master it?
Nah, the homie RJ. Good
Okay.
looks. The homie. Shout out to the homie RJ, bro. RJ Cardenas.
Yeah.
He's our mixing engineer, bro.
Well,
and that motherfucker's a beast.
Well, I respect that everybody has a tool that makes it sound. Again, you guys sound polished and sharp. Like I feel like this could be something for you guys. You know,
appreciate that, bro.
as a collective.
I think we know what we have to do.
Yeah.
You know, and we just got to stay down, bro. I mean, everybody. You know what I love about our group, man, is that everybody was already doing what they've been doing before we met.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like the homie Mash been rapping since 09,
Yeah.
08. You know, probably even a little, you know what I'm saying, farther than that. You know what I'm saying? Like way longer than that. You know, L's been rocking. He been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, none of you guys are rookies.
you feel me?
Yeah,
Like we've put the time in, but we also know, oh yeah, we got so much more to offer. We got so much more work to do, and we're not afraid of that.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys all used to train by yourself, and then now you guys got a sparring gym.
You feel
and
me?
everybody's in there flexing.
We, you know what I'm saying? We just in here just exactly sparring with each other, sharpening up our swords. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we in the dojo with it.
And I think all you guys are, the thing too is, while you guys create melody, you guys also have a story to tell as the perspective of black men and even a brown man. That's another thing too, is Elijah's holding it down for what? The Mexicans?
Off top.
What is he? Salvadorian?
No, he's Mexican.
Mexican?
Yeah.
So there it is, you know?
100% Mexican.
And I think right now,
And
more than ever, the youth needs to see that. They need to see
It's
Mexicans and blacks rapping together.
off tops.
But giving a message though, with
Yeah.
intellectualism, you know?
Yeah, you like, all right, bro, you gotta understand, like I grew up in North Orange County. Like it's nothing but Hispanics, Latinos, just different types of brown people.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel me? Like my brothers, bro, like people I consider my brothers, like are Mexican.
Yeah.
You feel me? I grew up eating Mexican food in my homies'
Of course.
houses.
I
know
mean,
what
if
I'm
you were
saying?
born
Like,
in California, I think everybody is 25% Mexican at least.
you feel me?
And if you're not, then I don't want to know you. Because if you don't want to accept that, then I don't want to know you.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, yeah, man. But the homies always tell me, like, bro, yeah, you Mexican, homie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, all the time. It's
Yeah.
funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? But, like, nah, man, I have so much love for y'all culture.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying?
Like,
the music, the food.
I mean, and Mexicans feel the same way. Even though, again, there's a lot of ignorance and
off
motherfuckers
tops,
want to
off
pretend.
tops. Come on.
It's like,
Come
come
on.
on, dog. Like,
Right. Because there is, you know, we're going to keep it a buck, bro. There's still some of that heated, you know,
racial tension.
that racial tension.
That they
Exactly.
bit into.
Yeah.
We bit into as a culture, you know,
Right.
as Mexican culture and black culture.
But
we
I-
bit into thinking that we are
enemies
Enemies.
instead of brothers.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I look at it like, I feel like our generation knows, like, nah, it's
and
all
we're
love.
healing those wounds.
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe we've been healing those wounds. Like, you know, like I said, talking to my grandparents going out to the protest, they were like, "Why are you going to do that?" And I was like, "You guys protested during your guys' flight as field workers, and it's like I got to do this because at the end of the day, those cops see me just like them too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it is what it is, and like
Right.
I got to do this as my duty as a human being to
Right.
go out there and protest and stand up for black
Right.
and brown pride. You know,
Right.
where you were raised, was there a lot of black people too?
Nah. Like even my elementary school, I went to a predominantly, white school, and there was more Hispanics and white people than black. There was probably like, like maybe 5 to 6, 7 black kids in my elementary,
Yeah.
and then middle school, that's where, I met a lot more Hispanics.
Mm.
I met a lot more brown people, bro.
Yeah.
But it's always been love, bro.
Good.
Every time, it's always been
Yeah.
love. Like, always been love.
I'm-
And in high school, there a little bit more black people and shit. But like, I've just always been me.
Mm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I've never tried to be anything but me.
Of course.
So it's like, I feel like if you're true to yourself, bro, you could connect with anybody.
And that's why you got a plethora of different colored friends. You know what I
You feel
mean?
me?
Because people see through that and they're like, it's not about the skin color at this point. It's the character on the inside.
Right.
I know that sounds like an Instagram caption, but like that's the truth.
Right.
You know.
And I also want to shout out my homies that, who are my Mexican brothers. They have always acknowledged and seen that I was a black man, but that never turned them away from me.
Good.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
they always let me know, like, hey, bro, like, your skin, your culture, your music, everything about you is beautiful.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I'm saying? Like,
Any other perspective otherwise is ridiculous.
Right.
Whether you're a Mexican telling a black man that, or a black man telling a Mexican that, or whatever the case may be, it's ridiculous. But again, we have to acknowledge that racism is real.
oh, yeah,
It's an exhausting conversation.
Come on, B.
It's an exhausting conversation, but again, we have to acknowledge it. And when
I'm a
it's
black
real,
man that grew up in Orange County, bro.
That's what I mean.
I definitely don't fuck with South County. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. See, I don't go that way either,
me
too.
Either,
So yeah.
Me either. You feel me? Like, just because, in high school, you try to find the parties and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
where the girls is at and shit, whoop de whoop, this, that, and the third. And, I've been to a couple South County parties, and I was like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah.
This ain't it.
So
I ain't
let me
fucking
tell you
with
this. Maybe they felt it, but they never said it to my face. That's what I'm trying to get
I
at.
feel
And
it.
that's just what it is.
I feel it. I feel it.
And I once I stepped foot in those places, I was like, I knew to never go back there
I'll
again.
tell you what, though. I've never let a motherfucker walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
saying some racist shit to me.
Yeah.
Like, nah. Every time I've been met with that type of bullshit, bro, I done set, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I done set them dudes,
Well, see,
some problems and shit.
and that's why I'm big with the First Amendment, like freedom of speech. But I also am a big advocate for.
You got this freedom
if
to
you
get your ass
shit-
whooped. Yup.
Exactly.
You got the freedom to get your ass whooped too.
Exactly.
Straight up.
And that's the way it should be.
Straight up. There'll never be a time in my life, bro, where I will not break a jaw if I hear the N-word.
As you
feel me?
should.
Like,
As you should.
just there will never not be a time.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be 85 with a arthritic, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man.
Hey man, I think that is the epitome of, like, that's how you eradicate racism, in my opinion.
Yeah, no.
Break some motherfuckers' jaws.
Punch a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not like
Not advocates for violence, but let's
I'm
be real,
not.
it exists.
Bro.
That's what it is.
Hey, man. I'm big on that Malcolm X type shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, man, I always related to Malcolm over Martin,
You know
even
what I'm
though I
saying?
understand that both of them were mentally needed here in this country.
Off tops, both sides of the spectrum needed to be heard.
Yeah.
They needed to be explained. But
Mhm.
I'm more of like, you meet resistance with resistance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't ever harm nobody. You never go out of your way to hurt somebody. But if somebody touch you, you make sure that motherfucker don't touch anybody else.
Or bring that, whoever's bringing that energy, it's like, if you want to match that energy, that's your right too.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm all about love, bro. I'm all about, you know what I'm saying, uplifting one another. You know, all love. What's popping? Hey, how you doing? How's moms? How's pops?
Yeah.
How's everything? How's life? Are you happy? But it's like that certain, if you gonna bring those bad vibes,
Mm-hmm.
what do you expect me to do?
Yeah. There's no
I'm not about
love
that.
is not an option at that point.
You feel me?
Or how about this? Love is an option, but it's gonna be a tough love. I'm gonna break your jaw so you never have to go through this again.
You know?
Hopefully you never speak those words or feel that emotion ever again.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people need to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Brother Smack project done. What do you guys listen to as a group when you guys are chilling?
If we're in the studio, bro, we're not listening to other people's
Yeah.
music. we're listening to our shit,
Yeah.
or we're listening to
Creating.
whatever we're creating.
Yeah.
But as far like if I'm driving in the whip and I got the homies with me, like, like I'm playing like, the East Side is G'd up, or, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I'm just playing like,
The classics.
yeah, just classic shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some G-Funk. Shout out to
For
Battle
sure.
Cat, bro.
Yeah.
One of the most legendary producers. I'm listening to Jay-Z, Kanye. I love me some Mary J. Blige, bro.
Oh hell yeah.
Love me some
I caught her
Mary
at
J.
the
Blige.
at the Hollywood Bowl last year, dude.
How was that?
I've never seen Mary J before that, but I obviously grew up listening to her because of my aunt.
Yeah.
And I actually went with my aunt, and it was a beautiful event. Not only did she sound flawless, but I never seen so many beautiful aunties in one place. It was an auntie fest.
You gotta
They
go to a
outnumbered.
I gotta go to a Mary J. Blige
They
concert.
outnumbered everyone else. They outnumbered the youth that was there.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
And it was like, it felt like in the Lion King, like a Disney, like a sing along.
Yeah.
But it felt like everyone was just there. Like, that's why everything was colorful, orange, just like
Right.
beautiful colors popping everywhere. And I was like,
Right.
nothing but good vibes.
Right.
Especially going with my aunt, because we don't go to many shows together.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where
That was a moment.
Nas opened up too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it was Nas and Mary J. Blige.
Shit.
And
Nas opened up
yeah,
for Mary J.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's fire.
yeah, man. What about you, man?
Probably Erykah Badu and
Oh,
Thundercat at
nice.
the Novo.
Nice.
That was life changing, bro.
Yeah,
Badu's one of my favorite artists
of
of all
course,
time.
of course.
Badu is the other side of the game is like one of my favorite, like top 10
Hell
songs
yeah.
of all time.
Hell
like, yeah, man.
I'm glad that our generation, respects that side of R&B and hip hop in general. You know what I mean?
It's just real, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even the youngins, bro, I feel like maybe we're just not doing a good job at, teaching them or educating them. Like, yo, you need to listen to that. Cause I got a homie. My name. I got one of my young guns with me, bro. His name's Tyreek. And R.I.P. to my boy Tyreek. One of my best friends was shot and killed when he was 15.
Damn, man.
But the other homie, my other homie Tyreek, young gun, he hangs out with my homie Sosa. And Sosa's like my little brother. And it was crazy. It was like, I think it was last Christmas. We was going Christmas shopping, like to go get presents and shit. And I played some Pac. And yeah, I think he's like 20, 21 now. And he knew every Tupac lyric, bro.
Good, man.
And I was just looking at him like, damn, bro. It was so I don't know, it gave me goosebumps because I was like, damn, like he reminded me of my boy Tyreek.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah.
like he 21, he rapping all the lyrics, so obviously somebody taught him,
Yeah.
Good music and all that shit. So it's just like maybe we need to teach,
100%.
the young generation,
And
the younger generation.
And I'll say that I'm open to teaching the ones that want to be taught.
Oh, for
but
sure.
But also there's a beautiful thing about the youth, in my opinion, because we were there at one point, is the fact that we're like, don't tell me what I need to listen to, motherfucker.
Right. I'm not gonna force.
And and I think that, and I never want to be a washed up old man that's
Right.
like, yo, let me put you up on some real game. But if you want to listen, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what because my aunt showed me Mary J. Blige and Erykah Badu, as well as other artists. But like, definitely was one of those things where.
Shouts out to your aunt, bro.
Yeah.
She sounds cool as shit.
Yeah. She's she started off as a teacher, at an elementary. Now she's like top board of like, in Southern California. Actually, she's one of like the 10 board committees that writes, the Board of Education, like
Hell
the
yeah.
plans that are going to these schools need to meet the criteria, the standards and whatnot.
Well,
she's definitely hustled.
If you could relay some info to her so she could tell her we need some real knowledge and education on just Black history.
Yeah,
You feel me?
definitely.
Yeah, like
I
we
think-
don't need the indoctrinated versions
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they've
yeah.
been force feeding us.
Yeah.
We need that real. You know
No,
what I'm
exactly.
saying? Yeah.
So I will relay that to her because I know she's on board trying to implement it. But
Yeah.
with that being said, we'll wrap it up, and that's on a good note. So Brother Smack, project on the way.
Yeah, Brother Smack album on the way. Kennedy Hollow's solo project on the way.
Yeah.
Eliza's solo project on the way.
Hell yeah.
Mash solo project on the way. Chris Milano solo project on the way. That one's fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody's solo project's crazy, but
He released a clip today, no, for Kobe's
yeah,
birthday?
Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to say too much about his shit because he ain't here, but
Yeah.
his project's special, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people gonna love it for sure.
Yeah, no, Chris is the man.
Yeah, just more music on the way, bro.
Hell yeah.
More music on the way. We're gonna have a lot more content, videos, some merch. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Spencer behind the camera.
Hell yeah, Spence.
He been helping us out with the art direction and all that.
Hell yeah.
You know
I mean,
what I'm
that's
saying?
and this guy loves to stay creative, and I love
Straight
that.
up.
You know.
Straight up. And shouts out to my boy RJ on
Yeah.
mixing and mastering.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to everybody that's been tapped in with Brother Smag, Kennedy Hollows, Elijah, Chris Milano, Mash. You know what I'm saying? Like, shouts out to everybody that's been messing with Blue and just the whole collective.
Hell
you know,
yeah.
as
Well,
a
man,
unit. And shouts out to y'all for having me, man.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thank
Yeah,
you for
man.
giving me a platform.
Of course,
This
dude.
is dope.
And
This is beautiful.
I'm stoked for the world to just get to know all you guys collectively even more, particularly you, man.
For sure.
I have a feeling you have your voice is gonna cut through to a lot more people once the time is right.
Appreciate it,
You know?
man. Yeah.
So-
Until then, I'm going to keep grinding and doing my thing, bro.
Hell yeah.
My thug thizzle, you hear me?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Mind you, by the way, too, before we really wrap this up, you're my first interview ever, like I've ever done.
Hell yeah.
So straight up, like,
Hell
thank you.
yeah, that's
Thank
tight.
you. Thank you for sticking around this long. To
All
be honest
tops,
with
all
you.
tops. No,
Hell
this
yeah.
is beautiful, bro.
All right,
Yeah.
man. Hey,
Yes,
Truanseez, boom, peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.